This is News Uncuffed. The Grammys is responsible for the arrest of Killer Mike. The Grammys hired the security personnel. The security personnel wasn't there by accident. The security personnel is hired by the Grammys, and the Grammys is responsible for what the security does and how they function because they hired and pay the security personnel. And the security personnel only acts and responds and behaves in the manner that is given to them by the authority of the Grammys. And the security personnel that targeted Killer Mike and his entourage, the security personnel and anyone who works for the Grammys should be there to protect and provide the correct service for those who are a part of the Grammy Awards. The security personnel stepped out of order and attacked and targeted Killer Mike at the awards and did not service a correct aid to help Killer Mike and his entourage go through the correct door at the Grammys. There was confusion at the door, and so the security personnel, instead of making the correct action as the security personnel, all they had to do is to direct Killer Mike and his entourage in the correct door because they were a part of the Grammys. And that was something basic, but the security didn't do it, and the security responded in a way that got the entourage, I'm assuming, of Killer Mike frustrated, even Killer Mike himself, and he was the award recipient. So the Grammys and the security personnel there stepped out of line and targeted and did unprofessional acts that caused Killer Mike entourage to respond in a way, and they used that to arrest Killer Mike, who had nothing to do with a physical altercation. It was a third party altercation. So I'm assuming Killer Mike was standing by, he was frustrated, trying to figure out and trying to calm things down, and possibly there was some physical pushing or something involved with his entourage, with the security personnel who was over the top, who was unprofessional, who was not professional, who had no kinds of skills as security personnel hired by the Grammys, a part of the Grammys, responsible by the Grammys. So it led to Killer Mike being arrested. And when the LAPD got there, I guarantee you they took the word of the security personnel. My question is, did they look at footage that showed Killer Mike having any kind of physical altercation with this so-called security? The second question is, what video did they see? But it tells me that I don't even think they looked at video. They just took the statements of the security personnel. Now my question is, did the LAPD officers who were veterans who came to arrest Killer Mike, did they question and get Killer Mike's and his entourage statements before they came to the conclusion that Killer Mike was responsible for the altercation? But now my question is, if Killer Mike was responsible, my question is to Killer Mike's entourage, well, why didn't they step in to prevent Killer Mike from having an altercation? But I don't think he did, because Killer Mike is a stand-up gentleman. He's a graduate from Morehouse. He gives back to community. He serves in his community. He's not violent. He's not a thug. He's not unintelligent. He's an intelligent. He's a respectful young man who just won 3 Grammys. So now, not only does Killer Mike should get paid and sue the Grammys, he should, and I'm assuming so, they're not saying that, he's going to sue LAPD because their officers arrested him without concrete evidence that would prove that he committed a battery. And not only should he go after LAPD, now you have to question the district attorneys of LAPD who took the charges of misdemeanor against Killer Mike, who I'm assuming had nothing to do with a battery. So he has 3 lawsuits. I'm guaranteeing you, I guarantee you he's cooking up. his lawyers. Now, Killer Mike, who's supposed to be a sweeping award nominee of a prestigious award, quote unquote, as the Grammys Awards, which is a joke, bury those awards and show it live and make a rap about that and disconnect yourself from that trash of an award show that is targeting and has targeted no other individual in the history, but on the day that you were given awards, attacked you and arrested you and had you put off the jail when you were an award recipient. It is out of control, unbelievable. There should be no rapper, no musician who has that same color skin or anyone who raps to participate or be a part of the Grammy Awards. And the only reason why the Grammy Awards is still so it seems to be so glamorous when it is not, is because rappers like Killer Mike, singers, are still giving them their attention. Destroy and bury the Grammys Awards, and they'll go away and create, Killer Mike, rappers, singers, your own awards show that would outdo and push aside and have a complete arrest of the Grammy Awards, locked up in a way forever.